Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know how that even happened. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank y'all so very much for coming to the Mad Church Disease podcast. Thank y'all so very much. I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm going to move this other thing off of my screen here because it's actually running the CPUs up a lot here. So I need to correct that situation. Hey everybody, thank y'all for coming on in. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I had over 50 something people here and I only had 13, 14 likes or something I saw when I was in there. So can you guys please hit the like button, fall out of the bushes. Let's do some preemptive work here before we get our live started tonight, because I'm gonna take my time tonight. It's Friday night and I'm a single guy and I ain't got nowhere to go and nobody to get into, so I may as well just take my time uh tonight. So that's what I'm gonna do. I do have to plan. I got to see how tonight goes on whether or not I'll have to go do some additional work. But shout out to all of you that are here. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna do a private live after this, after we go off tonight as well. So we've got about 67 of you guys here and only 30 likes. So please make sure y'all hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. We're just going to take our time tonight. I mean, what else is there to do but take your time, right? It ain't like I got anywhere to go. It ain't like I got somebody to go be with. So I may as well just take my time, okay? We got a good little lineup for tonight, so we'll definitely be able to have some fun and have some good laughs and talk. That's for sure. Let me Oh yeah, I gotta open up my other screen too before I forget. So yeah, and I would have had all of this stuff done if and that's what we got to talk about tonight in our private live. I got some stuff I need to talk to y'all about. Lord have mercy. Where is Fitness is Everything? I need to talk to Fitness is Everything. What's up, Tasha Global? Um, yeah. What's up, you guys? Yeah, we gotta have a little bit of a conversation after this live tonight. So yeah. And I just gotta let you guys know what's going on with me and so forth. But good evening tonight. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have had to change our Cash App information. We are organizing and getting our proper structure and everything together. Our new Cash App is $ Mad Church Disease. So you can actually Cash App us at Mad Church Disease. That would be the new Cash App that we are now currently using. Okay. So all of the moderators and everybody, if you put in the Cash App information, just make sure that you update that. I do not have the QR code for the new one yet. I didn't have it. I didn't make it yet because I've been dealing with a situation today. But yeah, so just so you know. Also, I am going to be teaching a class next week on next Wednesday on YouTube revenue. If you would like to get access to that class, I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the Mad Church Disease newsletter. I'm going to be sending some emails out about that class. So it'll give you all the information on how you can attend that class. I'm going to be going over with you how much money you can make with YouTube. I'm going to be talking to you about how many subscribers you need based upon CPMs. So if you are a YouTuber and you're a little frustrated with trying to figure out how to increase your money or what you can do to make a little bit more money, I'm going to show you what you can actually do in that class next Wednesday. Okay. So make sure you sign up for the newsletter. There may be a box on this on our link to page for you to sign up for the class already. I'm not really sure. I'm going to be honest, but if it's not there, I'm going to put it there for you tonight when we get off of this live. But anyway, as long as you signed up to the Mad Church Disease newsletter, you will get access to the information for that class. Okay. So shout out to all of you. I need at least tonight 10 of you guys to support the program so we can make sure that we stay on budget and we stay on track. Now, you guys, I gave you guys a show on Wednesday. I think I gave you another show on Tuesday or something like that. So I did a couple of shows this week and I need to make sure that we meet budget. Okay. So if you guys can support the program tonight. Now, I'm not going to beat y'all over the head because y'all know I don't do that over here. But y'all make sure y'all support the program. Okay. Thank y'all so much. All right. So with all of that stuff, that's all our preliminary stuff that we wanted to get over and get done with. I'm not going to put up the other stuff. By the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram, please make sure you do that. You can follow me on Instagram /Marcellus McMillan. Please make sure you do that. You can also follow me on TikTok. TikTok is Marcellus. I'm sorry, it's at TikTok at Mad Church Disease. I'm going to have a slew of new content and consistent content coming up on TikTok, Facebook, and all of that. And the only reason why I haven't been doing that, you guys, is because I'm only one person. And it takes me a lot of work to make these shorts and all of this stuff. How many of you guys, anybody out there been looking at the new shorts that I cut up yesterday and I put on the channel? Anybody saw those? Anybody saw those shorts? Yeah, it's been a lot. Right. So just know I've been doing a lot of stuff. And as Lynn is so eloquently putting for you, these have been our church announcements. Please govern yourselves accordingly. I'm just telling. I've been putting up some new YouTube shorts. We're going to be doing that a lot more consistent. And hey, I am Courtney, and my goal is to get somebody to help me with this. And I'm probably going to have to hire somebody in the Philippines because I can't afford anybody over here in America right now. So I definitely have to figure I have to figure that out. So I do appreciate all of you guys for your help. And I'm also going to be looking to probably mentor somebody. I know Mary and I had talked about that as well. But I'm probably going to be trying to mentor someone and get them to a YouTube success. All right. And then coming up at the end of the month, we're going to be doing our book club. So we got a lot of stuff we're doing here. Just so you guys know, we're going to do the book club stuff at the end of the month. Also, I'm going to be giving you guys some more stuff coming up in, what is this? This is May. So coming up in June, we're going to do our first contest as well. We're going to be giving away some stuff next month. And I will just make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. And that's how we're going to keep you updated. And you'll get firsthand knowledge of stuff before everybody else does if you're subscribed to the newsletter. All right. That's all I have to say for that for now. And I'll work on the tech stuff coming up here soon. As well. Now I have to go through every video on my channel, on all of my channels here in the next 2 weeks or so. And I have to like update them and do a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. And that takes a lot of work, y'all. So just be praying for me. That's all I can say on that. All right. So I appreciate every single one of y'all and thank y'all so very much. All righty. I forgot to upload that other one, didn't I? I'm telling y'all, I'm rushing in here tonight. I really am. I am literally rushing. So let me calm down. So welcome everybody to the Mad Church Disease channel. Of course, we're going to be dealing with our hot topics tonight. This is our open Friday night conversation. So this is kind of our Fist Fight Friday. This is where you can come up and chat with me. We can have great conversations about all of the topics and subjects that we are covering. I don't want anybody to feel scared or nervous to come up here. I want everybody to know you are welcome here. Everybody is welcome at the Mad Church Disease channel. I don't have a bone to pick with anybody. I'm in a good place, good space, as always. The Lord is good. But I am going to talk to you guys about a serious situation tonight on our private live. And so I just need to talk to y'all about that. So, and we'll discuss that after we end our live, about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, so y'all have time enough to go to the bathroom, and then we'll do our private live and we'll have our conversation. Okay. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of those after our shows as well, just so you guys know. All right. Now tonight we're going to be dealing with, of course, P. Diddy. P. Diddy's jury stuff. It's not a whole lot to talk about with that, but just so you know, his jury stuff has come to a screeching halt. We're going to be talking about Robert Morris. He did appear in court with his wife, dealing with those SA charges. So we're going to be dealing with that as well. And we're also going to be talking about Jim Baker and Jim Baker's request now for $1 million. We're going to be discussing that as well. So there you go with that. So that's the new Cash App information, ladies and gentlemen. So that way you guys will have that. It is on the screen as well. All right. So let me give some shout outs to all of you guys before I get started, because you know I got to run down my stuff. Thank you, Sharon T. Leonard, for all of your purple hearts. I appreciate that. Thank you, April. Thank you so much for your purple hearts. Good evening to you, Uncle Fred. Thank you as well. Let me see here. Christine Parks, thank you so much for being here. Rita, thank you so much for being here. I know, right? Hey, Lynn. Good to have Lynn here. Lakeisha, good to have you with us as well. Lewis Franklin, good to have you here, my friend. Good to have you here and good to see you. Thank you, Rita, for being a member too in the Purple Hearts. I appreciate it. Christine as well. Miss Lex, it's good to see you. I'm trying to get through with this as swiftly as I can. Moni No Love, thank you so very much. Welcome to the Mad Church Disease channel, every darn body. So hey, Mary, good to see you as well. Hey, Cece, good to see you guys as well. Y'all better, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better pay attention to my channel over the next couple of weeks. And I'm serious, because some of y'all are going to miss some stuff. Because we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on over here and a lot of guests. So you guys in the next several weeks, y'all just you better pay attention. You need to be on one of these lists. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to be on our email list, because some of these private lives and some of this stuff is I'm not even going to advertise it on YouTube. We're going to do it really, really private. You won't even know it if you're not on the list. And that's just, I'm sorry to say that. You're either going to have to be on the list, or you're going to have to be a member, because I know the members are normally going to get updated automatically, but you're definitely going to need to be on the list. Betty Yellick, thank you so much for your love and support, Betty. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the work that you do, Betty. I really do appreciate it. From my heart to yours, I want you to know it doesn't go unnoticed, Betty, and I really do appreciate your support of the channel. So thank you. Just being me, good evening to you as well. Just good evening to everybody. K Rich, hey, what's up, you? Thank you so very much, K Rich. And we're gonna have us a good conversation, y'all. We're gonna be laughing here in a minute, because y'all know how I am. I'm already laughing and I ain't even got started yet. Hey, Creeby, thank you so much. Tasha Global, I love the skin you're in. Thank you so very much for coming over, and I'm definitely gonna have a good time tonight. And I think we're gonna do really well. And this will be a program that you can, of course, share with everybody. It doesn't come with a oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. I had to reboot this entire system before we went live today. Sharon T. Leonard, thank you so much. Daryl Moore, thank you so much. And I'm just going to stop there before this thing freezes up again. Sean, what's up, Sean? Good to have you here. I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you for the purple hearts as well. This is a space and a place that I really enjoy. And I've tried to create a space for everybody that no matter who you are in the world, you can come over here and really enjoy yourself and enjoy the conversation. Hey, Brian, good to have you over here with us. I appreciate you so very much, my friend. Thanks for the purple hearts. Okay, everybody, let us get started. Okay, let's start here. We're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump right into it tonight, because this is probably where I'm gonna spend the bulk of my time tonight. Now we'll get to Robert Morris and we'll get to P. Diddy, but the bulk of my time tonight will be spent with this gentleman here. Okay. And then we got a couple of other stories that I'm going to be talking to you about as well. So let us start here. Now, the man that you see on the screen, along with the lady, is Jim Baker, and I forget his wife's name. I think her name is Lori, if I'm not mistaken. Jim Baker was one of the most preeminent televangelists in America at one particular time. He dominated the 80s. Jim and Tammy started off their work with the Christian Broadcasting Network, or CBN. Now, and I'm going off the cuff. There are no notes here. This is just stuff that I have in my memory. And I told y'all I done forgot enough stories that most people are never even don't know nothing about. Now, CBN was owned by Pat Robinson. Y'all need to understand something. Jim and Tammy Faye Baker got their start with Pat Robinson. That was the first place they started. So I'm going to take y'all back and I'm going to bring y'all forward. Okay. So Jim and Tammy started with Pat Robinson, and they used to have a puppet show. Tammy Faye Baker used to love these puppets, and she would do these puppets, and it became very popular on the Christian Broadcasting Network. And so as Jim and Tammy used to started growing, and CBN started growing, they thought that they should have a little bit more of the money and the share of the network. And let me just say this for any person who is building anything, on whether you're building a YouTube channel, a TikTok channel, Instagram channel, whatever you're doing on social media, you need to understand this. Charity, Jim, BB and CC were on PTL. That was with Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, but we'll get there. I ain't got there yet, Charity. I'm laying the foundation. I do too, CC. I do too. I was just telling Daryl today, I say Tammy Faye Baker was probably one of the nicest people in the whole wide world. Most people don't understand that. Okay, so let me stay focused. So they started working with CBN, and Pat Robertson didn't want to give them any more money, didn't want to up anything for them. And so Jim and Tammy had to leave. So when Jim and Tammy left CBN, they actually went over to Paul and Jan Crouch over there with TBN, now Trinity Broadcasting Network. Now, y'all need to understand something. Paul and Jan actually stole the PTL, or the Praise the Lord program, was actually Jim and Tammy's idea. That's why when Jim and Tammy left and went to North Carolina, they turned the work that they were doing over there was called PTL, Praise the Lord, Praise the Lord, or PTL. That's what it was. It was called Praise the Lord. So that's how that all went down. So when Paul and Jan and Tammy and Jim fell out, then that's when they moved to North Carolina and began working on the the Heritage stuff, Heritage USA and the Praise the Lord. Okay. Now I need for you all to understand something. What Jim did in North Carolina will never, ever be duplicated in history. This man actually created a Disneyland for Christians. They had water rides, they had roller coasters, they had all kinds of stuff. So if you are unfamiliar with this, understand something. Jim Baker did something in America that no one else has ever done. He created a theme park for Christians. Now, I want to be honest with you. If he would have just done things a certain way, and I'm going to tell you what got him into trouble in a minute. If he would have done things a certain way, we would have a large Christian, theme park in America. Stick a pin there. So I was talking with one of the moderators yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Christine, you have to remind me if it was yesterday. So Christine and I was talking, and I told Christine, I said, Christine, you have to understand what Jim Baker accomplished was monumental. And if he would have just stayed in the right frame of mind and the right focus, Jim Baker would have, he would have, of course, been rich beyond compare. But this whole theme park would have been amazing. It would have just been amazing. You guys have to understand. Oh, this is what me and Christine was talking about, though. Christine mentioned to me about the Holy Land experience over there in Florida. And the Holy Land experience has pretty much been shut down. And I told Christine, I said, well, Christine, the reason why that Holy Land experience is shut down, one of the reasons why it's shut down is because Paul and Jan are dead. The major money raisers for TBN, Paul and Jan Crouch, could raise some money, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to me very carefully. Jim and Tammy Faye Baker could raise some money. Okay. When it came to raising money, Jim, Tammy Faye Baker, you cannot beat them. Paul and Jan Crouch, you cannot beat them. If you go to a TBN studio right now, to any studio, television studio that TBN owns, you will be in awe of how well it is decorated. And the person who did all of the decorations for TBN was Jan Crouch. Jan Crouch has some of these places you go in it, you will be in awe of how beautiful these places are. They were the blueprint, Courtney, but in essence, two people came before them. Paul and Jan came before Jim and Tammy, and so did CBN with Pat Robinson. Jim and Tammy didn't land over there into North Carolina until after they had that split between them and Paul and Jan Crouch. So if you really want to be technical, the blueprint was Paul and Jan Crouch, even though it was really Jim and Tammy that Paul and Jan just kind of, in my opinion, sort of stole what Jim and Tammy brought over there and, sort of gave them all of that stuff. Okay. And just so you know, PTL looks like a ghost town. It's still there, but they had some big gates. I don't know if they if they bulldozed all those buildings and stuff down there. But that's neither here nor there. In the 1980s, I want y'all to understand something. Here's why Jim Baker went to jail. Let me be very clear, because I don't want to mess up. And shout out to all of you that are supporting the Mad Church Disease channel. I need at least 10 of you guys tonight to please make sure that we meet budget tonight. Thank y'all so very much. That will be very, very beneficial. Okay. Let me see here. Oh wow, I didn't know I didn't do that. Okay, just hold on. I'll get to y'all in a second. Hold on. What was I saying? Oh, Jim Baker going to jail. Lord, my mind is going all over the place, y'all. Okay, y'all, give me 1 second. Because I don't want to give. Okay, because that's what I thought. All right. Now, Jim Baker goes to jail. At one particular point in time, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker's, lifestyle was so opulent that their dog had an air-conditioned doghouse, literally outside in the back. The doghouse was air-conditioned. That's not a lie. That's not a joke. That's not, people just saying that. It really did happen. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Jim and Tammy that cracks me up. Jim and Tammy used to do these money-a-thons, like the Praise of the Lord telethon. And Jim would be in one side of the building and he would be saying, we're going to go ahead and we're going to kick it over to Tammy. She's down there in Florida. And Tammy would be behind, like a green screen like me. And she would be in another room in the same building going, thank you so much, Jim. They in the same building. I kid you not. They really used to do this crap, right? Marcellus, calm down. I tell these stories and it cracks me up. So they used to have a little microphone and she'd be in another room and thank you, Jim. And they would literally be raising millions of dollars and they would still be in the same daggone room. I kid you not. It was horrendous. Now they've made several TV movies about it. You guys should look them up and watch them if you've never watched them. So let me just tell you why he went to jail. Jim decided, first of all, he went for fraud, conspiracy related to his Praise the Lord Ministries. He was sentenced to 45 years in prison and a fine of $500,000 after being convicted of 24 counts of fraud and conspiracy. The charges stemmed from allegations of a Ponzi scheme and misappropriation of funds. So I want you to hear me. What Jim started doing, Jim started building up these hotels on the Praise the Lord ground. So he had all these hotels and he was selling them like timeshares. You could literally pay. He would ask everybody for like $1,000 or $10,000 and you could book a time throughout the course of the year where you could come and stay in the hotel. And that's what they meant by Ponzi scheme. So he was selling off all of these rooms, but he didn't have enough rooms based upon how much stuff he was selling. I'm just trying to tell you that's what he was doing. And I thought that mail fraud was also a part of that, but according to Google, it's just fraud. But I do believe that mail fraud was a portion of the stuff that Jim was doing as well. Just so you know. And so he was selling off all of these rooms and he was selling off all of this stuff, and he did not have enough rooms and stuff to cover what he was selling. And so Jim Baker went to jail. Oh, he was looking bad, y'all. Y'all ought to look it up if you never Google it. When they took Jim Baker by the arm, he was crying. They almost had to drag him out to the car. Oh, he looked a mess. You hear me? He looked a whole mess. And, for those of us who were Christians and who were around that time, our hearts just sank because we just couldn't believe that Jim Baker was going to jail. Now, y'all got to remember, I really wasn't into Jim and Tammy as much. My boy was Robert Tilton, the real scammer, the real big scammer. You understand what? Oh my God, they drug him out by his feet. They were dragging poor Jim. I just felt so bad for Jim. So Jim goes off to jail. Now, me being the Christian that I am, what y'all don't know is Jim Baker actually wrote a book. I think the title of the book was called I Am, or I Was Wrong was the title of the book. I told y'all I'm going off my memory. So it was a big book, a big, thick book. And I bought the book and I read the book. And I was like, because, saints, we're going to pray for people when they go to jail. And we're going to believe God because we don't know why these people is trying to railroad Jim Baker. We can't figure it out. We like, Lord, what these people done did to poor Jim. He done raised all this money. Oh, my goodness. And we just praying and we believe in God. I read through Jim Baker's thick book. Now, anybody in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you read Jim Baker's book. Am I the only dummy that read the book? Go ahead. Put a 1 in the chat if you I'm laughing at my own self. Anybody else read the book? Anybody else? Oh, okay. So CC read the book. Huge book. I mean, it was a really thick book. It was a good book. It was actually a pretty decent book. Okay. But that brings me before I go there, part of the reason that they lost their ministry is because Jerry Falwell went over there and convinced Jim Baker to turn the ministry over to Jerry Falwell so he could manage it and stuff while Jim went through a recovery period. So Jim turns it over to Jerry Falwell. And then he realizes what a huge mistake he's made because Jerry Falwell starts taking over the ministry. And then he starts calling Jim a homosexual. And then, just all kinds of stuff. And then he said he was never going to turn the ministry back over to Jim Baker. So it was like a hostile takeover. It was a really big deal, you guys. And I'm telling you all of this because this is going to bring us up till today. So Jim Baker and Tammy Faye had Rolls Royces. They lived an opulent lifestyle, you all, in the 80s. So you all need to understand something. They were in Rolls Royces in the 80s, you all. So understand something. If they would have been allowed to continue, they'd have probably been the first gospel billionaires. Pretty much, in my opinion, because Jim and Tammy could raise money like nobody's business. That's just my opinion. Now, I also need to tell you, right now, if you don't know this, because I told you this is me, I'm a historical guy. TBN is the largest television network in the world. Y'all need to understand. It's bigger than NBC. It's bigger than CBS. It's bigger than ABC. TBN is the largest television network in the world. Y'all need to keep that in mind. So when these people are raising all of this money, which I could never understand because you're charging the preachers to come on your program and to run their church services on your program every week. Now, what you all need to understand as well is that it's not cheap to be on TBN. If you are a pastor or a leader on television and you are on TV, you need to understand that television bill can get quite hefty. It's going to depend upon how many times a week you come on the air. It's going to depend upon how long you're on the air. Now, let's keep this in mind. Dr. Frederick Casey Price used to come on Friday nights and he would run his program for a complete hour every Friday night. That's expensive. Now I'm going to tell you somebody who's also, look at CC. Now, you know what, CC. Ain't nobody tell you to put their address in here. This ain't no commercial for them. I'm just trying to give some information. Don't you send no money to no darn P.O. Box A, Santa Ana, California. I don't know what you're doing over there, CC. Calm down. Calm down. What you doing over there, CC? CC done threw me off. And that's a darn shame that you know that by heart. But anyway, let's continue. That's so funny to me. I am Courtney. That is a hoot. You hear me? That is an absolute hoot. So at one particular point, Dr. Price went from an hour down to 30 minutes because it was cheaper. And I think they still have their 30-minute slot, right? And he's been having that 30-minute spot probably since the 80s. I'm serious, or or a long time. He's been on seriously. Dr. Casey Price, the Price family has been on television, you all, for a very, very, very long time. Now, that's another little piece and another little thing that I wanted to tell you. Now, when it gets into daily broadcasting like Creflo Dollar, Joyce Meyer, Kenneth Copeland, these are your multi-million dollar ministries. At one particular time, Joyce Meyer was bringing in, and that was years ago. Like she would bring in like $80 million, I believe it was, in like a 6-month period. It's like 80 million bucks. Because in order for you to stay on television every day, you all, that television bill is anywhere between $600,000 to $1 million a month. Y'all need to keep that in mind. And that was years ago. So it's probably up more than it was. I haven't checked on that lately, so I need to do that so I can update my facts. Because at one point, Kenneth Copeland had gotten behind on his television bill and he couldn't pay it. And so he had to work some stuff out. And I could say some stuff about that, but that would be speculation. But let me just say, I have an idea how he got caught up with that TV bill, but that's a whole nother matter. But that's why you all, they send these letters in the mail. They have these magazines that they send you in the mail, and they put you on their mailing list so that you can constantly keep sending them money. Okay. There's a company down in Texas that runs all of the mail stuff for all of these ministries. Okay, you guys, it's really one major company. I can't remember the name of the company right now, but all of the mailers that you get in the mail typically come from this one company. All of the televangelists use the same company. Even Bernard Jordan and all them people use the same company to send you these letters and send you these mail and all this stuff. It's all the same company. I just so you know. Now back to Jim Bakker. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring this up on my screen so that way you guys can see this. The Huffington Post is reporting this, and I had heard about this the other day, but there's a reason why I wanted to talk about this, because, of course, I know the history, and I can take us somewhere that the majority of people that talk about these things cannot take you. I could take you to the history and bring you all the way forward. Oh, well, wait a minute. That sounds like me talking about myself again. Let me not do that. I'm just saying. Let's pause this. Hold on, because there is a video here. Let me wait till they get through this. 2-1. I hate when they have these darn ads up, but this is how everybody makes their money. Okay, hold on. So let's talk a little bit about this. Televangelist Jim Bakker, who was the heart of one of the most notorious religious scandals of the 1980s, says he's in desperate need of cash flow right now. Now, let me tell you what happened. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have always wondered, how did Jim Bakker, let me bring myself back up on the screen. I want to know how Jim Bakker got out of prison and bought what he bought in Branson, Missouri. Jim Bakker bought like this compound in Branson, Missouri, like as soon as he got out of jail. And I never understood how he got back up on top like that, because he started this thing in Branson with all these older saints and these older people. And he went right back to raising money and doing all that stuff. And that's what let me know I wasn't ever going to pay Jim Bakker any attention, because the book had convinced me, the I Was Wrong book had convinced me that he saw the error of his ways and he wasn't going to be doing that no more. Because he said in the book, oh, I'm never going to do that anymore. I know that God's, don't want everybody to be rich and all this bull, right? Bought the book. I said, I'm going to support Jim. Jim was full of malarkey, right? And so I said, oh, this is a mess right here. So now Jim, and the Huffington Post is reporting that Jim Bakker says he's got to raise $1 million or he is going to lose everything and he is about to be homeless. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Bakker says in order for him to make it, he needs to raise the money or he's going to be homeless. He said, if everyone watches the program and gives $1,000, we'll be able to pay our bills and stay on the air. Because he want to pay the bills, plus he want to stay on the air, by the way. And the reason why he want to stay on the air is because if he stays on the air, he can keep raising money and da 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 da. By the way, speaking of raising money, and everybody, I need everybody to send $1,000 to my Cash App right now. If you're watching me right now, I need you to send me $1,000 by way of Cash App. That way I can continue to stay on the YouTube and do all the work. No, I'm playing. Y'all do know I'm joking. I'm just joking. That is called a joke, ladies and gentlemen. But that's what he said. That is what he said. He said he was going to be able to pay his bills and stay on the air. Let's move on. He said, this is not just a show that's on the line. If they foreclose on this ministry, they will take my house too. So I'll be on the street, he said. Now listen to me. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Haven't we seen this over the last couple of weeks? All of these preachers losing all of their buildings and losing all of this stuff. And that should let you know that these people don't have very good business acumen, right? Because all of those are assets. And you know what I'm saying? And his parsonage, if he's saying he's going to lose his house, first of all, the ministry is supposed to own the house, the parsonage. You're not supposed to own it. Well, that's the way the law is supposed to be written, and they're supposed to obey the law like that. But I mean, a lot of this stuff, the money just be funny all the time, right? So I'm just telling y'all, just so you know where I'm coming from. The stuff be funny all the time. Okay, let's continue. He said, we have a big debt, he said, adding to that unnamed, they have taken millions of dollars from us. Now, we don't know who have taken millions of dollars from them, but we need to understand. One of the show co-hosts indicated financial problems in 2020 when Baker was in trouble with a number of authorities for hawking a silver solution during the COVID-19 pandemic. And that in one case, he reached a settlement with the Missouri Attorney General that included $156,000. I want y'all to listen to me I want y'all to listen to me very carefully, because this is where this gets funny for me. Because I try to educate y'all over here on the Mad Church Disease channel. I know people think that I just hate the church or some kind of way. I think people think that I just don't, I don't know what people think. First of all, I am a Christian. I love God. I love his people. But I'm just aware of when people are trying to screw me over. And Jim Baker has constantly been trying to screw people over. Let me just do this. Let me do this. Should I play that? I don't want to play that. That's the video. I don't want to play that video. Bottom line, Jim Baker says he needs $1 million, y'all, or he's going to lose everything. Now, I want to show you all something, because I told y'all this years ago, but nobody believed me, but I'm going to help y'all. Y'all going to learn today. I told you I was going to spend way more time on this than anything, right? I told y'all that. So Jim Baker has always been raising money and selling crap. Anything that Jim Baker could sell over there, he was selling. One of his most famous products that he was selling was these emergency kits, these food buckets. Yeah, I can't make this up. Food in a bucket, emergency food buckets. Okay. Now, if you guys follow my channel and you guys have been around for a long time, y'all know I referred to these as the buckets of bullshit. Sorry, I know I wasn't trying to do that tonight. Just so you know, I referred to these as the buckets of bullshit. Look at the prices of these buckets. I just want to show y'all. These are the prices of these buckets. You get a triple combo. You get one, get a veggie or fruit bucket. Guess how much it is? $1,800 for a veggie or fruit bucket. Triple Defender narrative pack. Buy one, you get two. $1,100. Listen here, Charity. Don't you start with me. I can't stay. I'm trying to stay focused over here. He got all of these buckets that he was selling. Just so you all know, he's selling all of these now. And let me tell you what this was. This was his fear campaign. The world is coming to an end. You better make sure that you buy some of these buckets. And if you don't buy these buckets, you're going to regret it. And you can store these buckets for up to 14 or 15 years. So some little grandmother somewhere around the world has a bucket of bullshit in her garage that she's waiting for the apocalypse to come before she cracks open this bucket and she's able to use this food in order for her to survive. And she had to buy this bucket. The average bucket on this page, we'll just lowball it, $1,000. The average bucket on here is going to run you at least $1,000 for a bucket. And he expects you to eat this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me go a little bit step further because y'all know I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. Hundred be old side by side by side. Okay, wait 1 second. Praise his name. Let me get this up so y'all will be ready when it comes up. Let's present. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Y'all. Here is Jim Bakker hawking the buckets of bullshit. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. This is the reason why I'm doing this. This is the reason why I'm doing this. I'm just saying. Here it is. Watch this. Wait, I'm sorry. I don't.
It weighs almost 50 pounds.
Let me.
Dear God. Okay. The soup comes in 6 gallons of this. It weighs almost 50 pounds. I know you don't want to hear this, but I want to tell you, you're going to dream Jim Bakker on TV telling you, get ready. And you're saying, oh my God, why didn't I order something?
Now, this is his creamy potato soup. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Oh, Lord. I can't make this stuff up. Lord, Lord, Lord. I hope you open somebody's eyes. This is... Oh, Lord, help me. Okay. Okay. This is the creamy potato soup bulk bucket. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Moni No Love, for being a member for 13 months. My Lord, I love Moni. Moni, now, that's one thing about Moni. She's definitely consistent. Let me tell y'all something. And she shows much love to the channel. I'm sorry, y'all. And all the moderators do. They all do. All the folks over here, they love the channel. Let me tell y'all something. This should send you into stitches. When I tell you... This is the funniest thing to me because, you know, most of these Christian ministers are always trying to give you some ethereal prophecy. They're trying to give you some ethereal this or some ethereal that. That means they're just pulling it out of the air. Here, this man brings you a bucket of food, a bucket, and people are literally buying these buckets. Okay. So I didn't make this up. So when you hear me talk about these buckets or you ever hear me mention this stuff, you will be a knowledgeable person knowing that mad church disease does not make up stuff. Because when I said this before about these buckets, people just was, no, this is a real thing, you all. Let's continue. I want to show y'all this bucket.
I'm going to eat some more of this. You're not
This
careful.
is the soup. This is the soup in a bucket.
Hey. Oh, good. Oh, my God. You didn't have lunch, right? Wow. This food is so good. It passes the official
30-day
Mexican
fiesta
test.
bucket. Now look at this. This is the new bucket. The 30-day fiesta bucket. Ladies and gentlemen, it was almost like he created his own restaurant through the mail. Y'all help me. I'm sorry, but this is hilarious. This is funny. I don't care what you say. Fiesta bucket. You got a fiesta bucket.
This is Mexican food that real live Mexicans approve of. You know, this is not gringo food. This is good food, and it is unbelievable. Yeah. One of the things we've done around here, we stick them under coffee tables and end tables.
So this is what he wants you to do. He wants you to buy these buckets and stick them under your coffee table and your end table, and make sure that you have this emergency bucket. And let me just stop sharing my screen. Here's why I want to tell y'all this. Here's what I want to say to this. Here's what I want to say. Jim Baker and this bucket of bull is ridiculous. And now he's got to raise $1 million. Now, do I think he's going to get the $1 million? I really do think he's going to get the $1 million. You know why I think he's going to get the $1 million? Because if Kevin Bond is still raising money tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to get to that $1 million that he needs. Because the saints are always feeling sorry for these poor money managers, and we ended up giving them all of our money. And they will use anything to sell us these buckets. He said, "Oh, you're gonna buy the bucket so that you can stop Christian genocide." And he gonna sit there and sip on the soup. And then you notice how he had to clear his throat, because you know that had to be some horrible stuff. It's been in a freeze dried in a bucket for forever and forever. And you're gonna come out now. Will it help you maybe surviving in a case of an emergency? Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that it couldn't, but I'm just saying, why am I gonna pay $1,100 for a bunch of freeze dried soup? T. Davis says the soup was burning that throat. You darn right, T. Davis. I mean, that soup was tearing his throat up. You hear me? I'm just saying. So Jim Baker says he's got to raise $1 million. Now, somebody had put in the chat earlier, I don't know who it was. This is very reminiscent. I saw it earlier. You said of Oral Roberts. Y'all remember years ago, back in the 70s, Oral Roberts said if he didn't raise $1 million, God was going to kill him. He said, I need $1 million or God's going to kill me. Now, y'all listen to me very carefully. We should have just wait and see if God was going to kill him before they gave him their money. I'm just saying. I don't understand. This is just me talking here, you all. We just sort of waited and see. So let's see if God kills you before we give you this $1 million. I'm just saying, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But he's in need of $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. So the king of raising money and building up stuff is definitely in need of the money. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all need to go on and support him. Shout out to Charity for your support tonight of the Mad Church Disease channel. We appreciate your support. Thank you so very much, and I do appreciate your love and support. Oh Lord, hold on. Now, see, this is why I shouldn't be pressing on buttons. All right. Thank you, Charity. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to stop and do this because this darn Cash App thing is a mess. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. So if you're watching, I just need 8 more of you guys now. No, 9 more. I need 9 more of you guys now to support with $10. Thank y'all so much. Now, that's Jim Baker. He needs $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. As far as I'm concerned, if you're willing to go ahead and order your bucket, your emergency kit and your emergency bucket, I just think you need to go ahead and go on out into the woods like John and start eating wild locusts and drinking honey and have wild locusts hanging out of your mouth, because you're delusional and no one else is going to be buying this stuff. And that's probably why, he's dealing with what he's dealing with. And if you guys notice in the crowd, when I showed you that video, it was pretty much elderly people that was out there. So they're pulling this stuff on elderly people and a lot of black people, because black people be sitting at home watching all this Christian television and getting screwed by Jim Baker. Welcome to the Mad Church Disease channel, a channel dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Want to stay connected to me and the Mad Church Disease community? Well, then join our email community newsletter. Stay in the know with all the updates and fresh content that is created for this channel. It's time you join the private community for the Revolutionary Family, where we can talk and laugh all in a space that's safe with a no judgment zone. Connect with other members and build lasting friendships. The doors are now open. Want to stay connected and be notified each time I go live? Subscribe to the text community and be notified each time that we go live. Simply add your details for instant updates on all our lives. Are you a budding YouTuber or business professional who would like my thoughts on all things business related? Book a free 15-minute consultation where I can help with social media, YouTube, web design, and so much more. Book your consultation now and build your future. Get away from the rat race and build your business. Shout out to all of you guys that are watching the Mad Church Disease channel. If you are new to my channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If you are a familiar face around here, please make sure that you hit the like button. Liking is sharing and loving the channel. So we appreciate you hitting the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, over here, ladies and gentlemen, we cover all sorts of church topics. We also cover trending topic. Anything that's out in social media that I want to talk about is pretty much what I do over here. And Friday nights is our way to sort of sound off and for you to sound off. And I just give you some stories. We run through some stories, and then you're welcome to come up and to chat with me as it relates to all of these stories. Well, I got another one for you. You know, I guess tonight is just a night for crazy. Tonight is a night for crazy. Tonight is a night for buckets of bull and a bunch of crazy people. Here we go. Vineyard Church pulls statement backing a pastor who claims he visits hell with Jesus every Easter. So when Easter shows up, this particular pastor says he goes down to hell and has a whole conversation with Jesus. I can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. And this is how crazy church has gotten. I just declare. This is how crazy church has gotten, ladies and gentlemen. Micah Turnbow from Prophetic Ministry. He's supposed to be a prophetic ministry pastor. And Luke Hazel Meyer from who is a senior pastor of Vineyard Church of Northwest, in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Luke Hazelmeyer is the senior pastor. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this. I know, Moni, and it's a mess. This is a mess. Only the Mad Church Disease can talk about this stuff, right? This is nuts. Days after publicly defending his longtime friend and prophetic ministry pastor Micah Turnbow from allegations of being a false prophet, senior pastor of the Vineyard Church. I sound like some of my friends. Vineyard. It's Vineyard. The Vineyard Church Northwest in Cincinnati, Ohio. Luke Hazelmeyer has withdrawn his comments from social media. When asked by the Christian Post on Thursday why he withdrew a statement he made on Monday defending Turnbow, Hazelmeyer did not immediately respond. However, a church representative told CP he planned to address the controversy with his congregants. Well, I think, Sharon, they go to hell for a meeting. They go there for a meeting because it's probably a warmer climate. You know what, Sharon? I need you to work with me here tonight, okay? You can't be coming in here with no facts and talking about no biblical stuff. We got to listen to what the man of God said. He says he goes down to hell to have a meeting with Jesus. And I'm sure that Jesus and Satan and all of them is gathered around a nice conference table. I'm sure there's a smoldering fire in one of the fireplaces, and they're having a great meeting with this pastor, this prophet. And this is what's wrong with us today in the church too. All of these prophets are crazy. I don't give a care what you say. They're crazy. They're nuts. I'm just saying. He said Michael Turnbow is no liar. Michael Turnbow is not delusion. God has supernaturally confirmed this man to me more times than I can count. Many of you have heard of the extraordinary dream I had in 2014 where God indisputably did so, Hazelmeyer insisted in a now removed statement. He said God has confirmed for him that he is a man of God. And God has confirmed that going down to hell for a meeting with Jesus seems biblical. Seems biblical to him, to this pastor. Can you imagine this being your pastor, and your pastor and his best friend is having meetings with Satan? This would have to disturb me on every level. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. And I'm sorry, I started talking before somebody said random advice. I think it was you who said you sent me something during Zelle. Thank you so much, random advice. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. Just wanted to know it didn't go unnoticed. I be running off at my mouth. But anyway, this is what we're dealing with in the church. I'm just saying, this is what we are dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. And we have to be honest, and we have to be able to say, okay, there is some, I have a saying over here. I have a saying. If you never heard me say it, I'm about to say it for you now. 99.9% of most of the stuff that the Christian church says and does, we're going to give them credit for. We're going to give them credit for 99.9% of the stuff being accurate. But it's the 1% of strychnine and crazy stuff like this that will kill you and can take you on out of here. Because imagine if you're receiving a word from the Lord for a prophet, and I am Courtney and St. James and I talked about this the other night. When you get one word from a prophet and you follow that word through, but if that prophet gives you a word that is not from God, you could lose your life listening to some of these people because you're obeying what you think to be the word of the Lord. And I am Courtney asked a really good question the other night. She said, well, can the prophetic word be conditional? And in some cases, yes, it's going to be conditional, because God's going to say, okay, I need you to do this, that, and the other. And then you've got to obey the word of the Lord in order to bring the word and the thing to pass. You have to complete the process, right? But then there are some people who are just prophesying all of this stuff and telling you all of this stuff. And some of them talking to the dead. Some of them are talking to Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and those are fictional characters. I'm just saying. Don't beat up the mailman. I'm just delivering the mail today, okay? Everybody, this man says every Easter, he says, the Lord will take me into hell. It is not my choice, he says. So Jesus, the Holy Ghost, hijacks this man and snatches him into hell every time we're about to go celebrate the resurrection. My God, he got to go to hell to celebrate the resurrection. Don't something seem off about that? You're supposed to be celebrating the resurrection because he is risen, not going down to the lower, to the abode of the dead. What's going on here? Because actually, when you study the words, you will find that the word hell actually means abode of the dead. That's why David said, if I make my bed in hell or Hades, your love is going to find me there. There are only 4 words in the Bible for the word hell. Just thought I'd share this since we're educating tonight. There are only 4 words in the whole Bible for hell. And if you go do your homework and research and don't come over here asking me to do it for you, Sheol is one of them. Sheol is one of them. Tartarus, maybe not pronouncing it right. Gehenna, I'm giving you guys some. Sheol, Tartarus, Gehenna, and I believe the other one is Hades, or that's the other one. But if you go study these words, you will discover that they don't mean what you think they mean. But you got to go do your own homework. And somebody going to say, oh, well, Marcel said there ain't no hell. No, I think there is hell, because I think I'm living in hell right now with Donald Trump and some of these other Karens and these Kens living on this earth. As a black person, I'm literally starting to feel like this is hell. This is miserable. And you know what hell is? One of the things that hell, when you research the word, the translations is a mental torment. I cannot tell you what a mental torment it is to live in a place and space where you've got to be judged by your skin, and people are racist and hateful and mean, and they make all sorts of assumptions about you. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got time. Now, there in the New Testament, Jesus told his disciples, he said, it will be better for you to put a millstone around your neck and cast yourself into hell, or into the garbage heap, because there was a big garbage heap that used to burn consistently. And if you go study the scripture, you'll find that they would find all kinds of stuff in this garbage heap. People would go and literally throw their babies in this garbage heap that was constantly burning. And Jesus said that that fire would never go out. Guess what? It's out today. And guess what? It's a whole garden. If you go over there in Jerusalem, the place that they used to throw all of the trash and all of that stuff, it's actually a garden right now. But Jesus said in the word, it wasn't going to go out. But guess what? He wasn't speaking literally. He was speaking spiritually and formatively, if people understood the text and understand what Jesus was actually saying. But, what do I know? I'm just a vlogger. Let's continue. So the man goes down to hell. He goes down to hell. Every Easter, he down there in hell. You putting on your zoot suit and all your stuff, but he going to hell. You going to church so you can fight with somebody to get a parking space. You going to church so you can watch all of them Easter pastel suits and all of them zoot suits and all of that stuff on Easter. But this man is taking a trip every Easter down the hell. Isn't that a mess? That is hilarious. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. You know what, Belinda? Everybody. I wish some people go research and go do some reading. What? One of these, I am going to do some Bible studies over here eventually. Y'all going to get mad and y'all going to learn some stuff over here. By the way, we are going to start with our tithing series. I'm working on our guests for our tithing series. Uncle Fred's been asking me to do this for a while, and I got to reach out because my friend has actually just wrote a new book regarding it. So I'm going to that's on the horizon as well. That's why y'all need to be supporting the channel and supporting the stuff so I can get all of these guests and do all of this stuff. Because let me tell y'all something. I have to try to work. I've got to try to schedule all of this stuff. I've got to try to do emails and get on conference calls with some of these people's ministry. I got another book that we're going to eventually do, and I want to bring that author onto the platform. I've already reached out to him. And so we got a lot of stuff to do. So support the program, y'all, for real. And I'm not just saying that just to be saying that, because if we're going to elevate our content and we're going to keep our content going, higher and higher, I've got to be able to take some time to email these folks and to do all the stuff that I need to do. But anyway, there we go. That's my little spiel for today. But he goes down to hell, ladies and gentlemen. He goes down to hell. He's going down to hell. Hilarious. Now, I did mention this to you guys already. There seemed to be a hiccup today in the P.Diddy case. That it came to a screeching halt today in regards to the jury picking the jury. Now, I didn't go in and go all through as to why that was. Maybe one of you guys in a minute can come up and give me the final message, or I can pull it up on my phone. But they had to stop his jury situation. This whole trial is going to be a mess. Now, I'm going to tell you something that had me cracking up laughing when I heard it. I think it was Dave Chappelle. And this is a good point. Now, Christine Parks, pay attention to this part. Christine, how do you have a RICO trial with one person? The only person that's being charged with RICO is him. This RICO statute is gonna muck, I think. Because even down there in Fulton County, Georgia, that whole RICO thing did not work out for them the way that they thought it was going to work out for them. Something is off here with this trial with P. Diddy. Now, do I believe that gun charge and that other stuff is going to stick? Absolutely. But this whole sexual stuff, because I even saw something as I was getting prepared for this, that some man said that P. Diddy paid him $5 million to be his sex slave. And the man said he was paid $5 million to keep quiet. I'm like, well, if you were paid $5 million to keep quiet, why the heck aren't you quiet? You don't seem to be too quiet to me. I think he should ask for his $5 million back. That's all I'm saying. If you were paid to be quiet, be quiet. And see, that's the other thing I don't like about our society today. And this is the one thing about social media that I really cannot stand. I don't like all of these people kissing and telling and tracking everybody and everything. Gigi over there taking photos. They at the nail salon. She got her foot in the foot soaker and she snapping photographs. Listen here. I don't know about anybody else. I'm old school. I need you to be present with me in the moment. I don't even like bringing out my cell phone when I'm in a concert. Like I'll bring it out for like the first little few seconds or whatever, just to get a little, try to get at least 1 minute of it. But I'll be honest with you guys, when I go places and I do things, I don't take I don't take pictures and video and stuff like that. Because I like to live in the moment. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy myself. You understand? Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's what I like to do. If you and I are kicking it and you start taking a bunch of pictures of me sitting on your couch or sitting in your living room or sitting wherever we sitting, and you taking photographs of me, oh, I'm getting my stuff and I'm leaving, and I'm probably never coming back because I just don't like that kind of stuff. What you taking all of these photographs for? You understand what I'm saying? Now, if we're together and we're out somewhere and you want to take a quick, I'm fine with that. But we at the crib. Why are you taking pictures of me at the crib? If you invited me over, you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And I'm at your crib and we chilling. What you taking pictures of me for? Let me tell you what happened. I told y'all that one time. I went over to that girl's house and she started taking them damn pictures of me. I was drinking wine. I was having a great time that night. And if I'm gonna be full transparent, I wanted to do some stuff. And she just started immediately taking video of me and stuff. And I was like, oh man, pictures and video. And when I saw what she was doing, I was like, oh, I see where this is going. So I finished my little wine and got myself up out of there. Because you're the kind of that's the kind of female where if you laying in bed, you rolled over, she taking photographs of your butt cheeks so she could tell the people, see, he was here. That's and these females today are scandalous. You knocked out sleep and she taking photographs. You don't believe me? How did you think Bobby Brown got caught? The reason why him and Whitney, he got in trouble with Whitney Houston, it was because Kareem Steffens took pictures of him in his pajamas when he was laying on the bed. I'm just saying. Bobby laying on the couch and stuff. I'm just saying. And then who was the other person that Kareem Steffens took pictures of? I know it wasn't Lil Wayne, but it was some other celebrity. She took pictures of that man's bottom. He had rolled over and went to sleep, and she took pictures of the bottom of his bottom. He had half the sheet on across his behind, and it was kind of showing, and she took a picture of it. And that's how these dudes get caught up. That's how they get caught up. And I mean, we live in a crazy world today. I'm just saying. And what dudes are taking pictures? Really, Moni? Wait, Moni says it's just not them. Dudes are doing this? Come on, Moni. Don't make me sit back in my chair, Moni. Come on, Moni. Dudes are doing this, Moni. Somebody gonna have to come up here in a minute and talk to me about dudes taking photographs, because that I've never heard in my whole life. And I'm just keeping it 100. I don't know a single dude that has ever taken a picture of a female so he could prove that he was with him. For the most part, most of them be trying not to take the picture. I'm just saying, that don't even make no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. I need 9 of you guys to help me out with the budget tonight. And I think, let me tell y'all what's happening. This is very interesting. With the new app the new Cash App that we have, I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but they're actually, this is very unique because I'm not used to that. Now I just need 8 more of you guys. I believe it's 8 more of you guys now. They're actually taking the fee out automatically. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that saves me some time, so we'll know if we're really hitting the budget. So I might need 11 of y'all just to keep y'all posted. So you see, I'm not making it up. I need 9 more of y'all. That's where we're at tonight. So make sure y'all support the program. We're getting there. It was her, Kevin. It was her. Now y'all know I'm really transparent, but tonight in the private chat, Kevin, y'all remind me to tell y'all something in the private chat. That's where we get to really talk and have a great conversation. So y'all remind me, because I'm gonna do a private chat. We're gonna do a little get together. I won't keep y'all long, but we're gonna talk a little bit of something. But anyway, but that's the situation with this, folks. So y'all, that's what's going on with P. Diddy. in that situation. So that's what P. Diddy is dealing with. Now, when we come back, you guys, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Robert Morris and what's going on with Robert Morris. I need for you guys to hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to the Mad Church Disease channel, please make sure you do so. Please make sure that you click on the tube link in the description if you're watching the replay of this, if you're looking to get help with your YouTube channel, and if you're looking to get any sort of consultation, you can do so for free. I give you free 15 minutes of my time so that I can show you how I can help you and to grow your business, grow your channel, etc. So make sure that you guys hit the link. The tube link is in the description for you. Welcome to the Mad Church Disease channel, a channel dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Want to stay connected to me and the Mad Church Disease community? Well, then join our email community newsletter. Stay in the know with all the updates and fresh content that is created for this channel. It's time you join the private community for the revolutionary family, where we can talk and laugh all in a space that's safe with a no judgment zone. Connect with other members and build lasting friendships. The doors are now open. Want to stay connected and be notified each time I go live? Subscribe to the text community and be notified each time that we go live. Simply add your details for instant updates on all our lives. Are you a budding YouTuber or business professional who would like my thoughts on all things business related? Book a free 15-minute consultation where I can help with social media, YouTube, web design, and so much more. Book your consultation now and build your future. Get away from the rat race and build your business. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. Now, I got to give y'all an update because some of y'all did it on the wrong account, but that's okay. I'm going to give y'all the math in just a second because we done messed up. Let me see where we're at total wise. Oh, man. Okay, so it's 20 there. Hold on. Y'all done did it on the other account, so I wasn't paying attention to the other one. Y'all making me work hard tonight. Wait a minute. What's the... So now I just need 6 of you guys to do it. So we only need 6 more people to do it, and we've reached our goal tonight. I don't know. Y'all got me. Listen, the new Cash App information is on the screen, you guys. Because Cash App actually, and for proper record keeping, they sent me a little notice and told, thank you, Kevin, for putting the color on it. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so very much. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate that. So yeah. Cash App was like, oh no, you got to rearrange how you're doing your stuff. So I had to rearrange what I'm doing. Now let me see if I can give some people some names here. The people that are supporting y'all. Give me 1 second. I apologize, y'all, because normally I don't like to stop what I'm doing. Ooh, Marinisha. I hope Marinisha. I hope I said your name right. Marnisha. I hope I said your name right. Marnisha. I hope I got that right. Don't charge it to my head, Marnisha, if I didn't, because I'm country and we mess everything up from tomato to tomato. It's all messed up. It's all screwed up. Let me just also shout out some people over here. Who was the other person? Belinda. Thank you so very much for your support of the channel, Belinda, as well. So I appreciate that. All right, y'all. So let's get back to what I was about to tell y'all. The hits just keep on coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Robert Morris. You guys know that I covered the Robert Morris story. He was the founder of the Gateway Church in South Lake, Texas. And he was brought up on charges for essaying Cindy Clomishire. I believe that is her name. Cindy Clomishire. And the trial has started, ladies and gentlemen. The trial has started. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get into this a little bit. Oh God, the trials. Robert Morris, the founder of Gateway Church in South Lake, Texas, appeared in the Osage County Court in Oklahoma with his wife Debbie and his attorney Mac Martin to answer multiple counts of child sex on Friday. Morris, who was indicted on 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts with a child by a multi-county grand jury, had formally surrendered to authorities on March 17th. He was released on $50,000 bail shortly after surrendering. Morris' appearance before Judge Cindy pick real. Wow. Lasted about a minute, according to the Dallas Morning News. Both he and his attorney declined to answer any questions from the media, which is the most important and smart thing for you to do. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I just want to and honestly, you know who took a page out of his book? You know who took a page out of his book? Dwayne Youngblood. Dwayne Youngblood is quiet as he's as quiet as a mouse licking cotton. Has anyone heard from Dwayne Youngblood? They must have put him in the witness protection program. He is gone. We don't hear from him. He done shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm just saying. Martin requested a preliminary hearing for Morris, which is scheduled for September the 4th. The charges against Morris stem from allegations made by the now 54-year-old Cindy Clemenshire. Last June, he said that he essayed her over multiple years in the 1980s, and he was when he was a traveling evangelist, beginning when she was 12 years old. Clemenshire, as well as her older sister, I chuckled at this picture. Oh Lord. I'm sorry. I had to take a moment. I had to take a moment. Oh, that is funny. Look at this mug shot. And I'm not laughing at the man, y'all. I'm just laughing at the entire situation. But what a bad decision and bad choices can come back to you in your later years and meet you in your future. Meet you in your future. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Now, let me tell you why I think he's in trouble. Let me take some liberty here to tell y'all. And I know we're in an hour and 20 minutes, and I don't want to go too long. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link now, just in case anybody wants to come up. I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. That way, because this right here is hilarious to me. This is hilarious to me. This is hilarious. And let me tell you why he's in trouble, and why I think he's more in trouble than TD Jakes or anybody in that situation could ever be. And I'm gonna tell you why. This young lady, when she was younger, she went to the church and went to the church elders, and they just brushed her off, right? And she's been talking to these people and about this stuff for years. So there are other people who can corroborate her story, that even when she was younger, she had talked to him. If her parents are still alive, her parents are going to be able to corroborate this story. I believe that he even made some missteps, because I think he acknowledged that he had done something to her. You understand what I'm saying? I believe, that he had done something. And Sharon, we're using the Mad Church Disease one, just so you know. We're using the Mad Church Disease. It's $ and Mad Church Disease. The one that Uncle Fred put on the screen for you. All right. Listen here. He's screwed. He's screwed. I don't know how he's going to wiggle out of this one. He's in big trouble, y'all. I just want y'all to know this. He's in big trouble. And it's going to be interesting. If he has a really good lawyer, then his lawyer may be able to do some tricks. But he definitely going to need a circus trick to get himself out of this. In a statement following Morris' indictment in March, Drummond called Morris' alleged crimes more despicable because he was a pastor when they occurred. There can be no tolerance for those who sexually prey on children, he said. This case is all the more despicable because of the alleged perpetrator was a pastor who exploited his position. The victim in this case has waited far too many years for justice to be done. I'm here to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Robert Morris is screwed. He is screwed. He's screwed. He's screwed, in my opinion. He's screwed, in my opinion. And he looked a mess. Yes. You know why he looked a mess? Because sin has a way of, I think, sin has a way of making you look crazy. What's his name over there? What's his name? It says sin make you stupid. Oh God, why? Bishop Earl Carter says sin make you look stupid. Sin make you look stupid. Bishop Carter said you look stupid when you're a sinner. I'm just saying. But he looked crazy. He really do look crazy. And that y'all know, this is 43 years ago that this happened. 43 years. This must be the year for old lawsuits to be filed. Speaking of lawsuits, Daryl was supposed to tell me what's going on with the Smokey Robinson situation. I'm waiting for Daryl. I told Daryl, I said, Daryl, you need to go on your platform and break down the Smokey Robinson thing, because I haven't watched anything. I don't know anything about what's going on with the Smokey Robinson thing. So maybe y'all can come up too, because I know it was like 4 women, but Smokey is like 105. Like, why do you go to court without ever going to the police first? Has any of these women went to the police? That's what I want to know. Somebody come up and hit that darn link and tell me what's going on. If you got some information that you can share with us tonight, hit the darn link. Hit the darn link. Hit the darn link. Because I need somebody to tell me. Otherwise, we're gonna be on our way out of here. Because I'm telling you now, you can come up and talk to me about Jim Baker. We've covered the P.Diddy trial. We just covered Robert Morris. And by the way, I just want to say this for all of you that are praying for a black pope. Maybe next time, ninjas. I don't think y'all are ever going to get a black pope. That sets a precedent, and that shares to the whole world that we needed to become more accepting of black people, and they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. I'm just saying they're not going to do that. They're never going to do that. Now, somebody said that this pope is like 50 something or 60 something. Thank God they chose somebody that was in their 50s and 60s, because they normally pick somebody who has 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel, and then the next thing you know, 2 more years, 5, 7, 8 years, we're doing this all over again. And I just want to simply say to all of the Catholics out there, y'all need to start demanding these people choose a younger pope. What's wrong with getting somebody in their 40s or 50s? Get somebody in their 40s or 50s that gonna be there for another 20, 30 years, or at least hopefully there another 20, 30 years. I'm just saying. Oh Lord, he's 70 years old. God help us. So he got about a good, another 11, 12 years if he's lucky. I'm just saying, maybe he can get 2 more decades out of this guy if you lucky. And then that last decade, he gonna be reading and you ain't gonna understand a word he's saying. And we think that's what you get. I can't stand that. And I know from what I speak, because when I grew up, our bishop was, I believe he was 99, and we used to let him come up and speak. We would literally be sitting there, everybody leaning forward, just so we could try to hear what the heck he was saying, because he would come up to the microphone and he would, you ain't understand a word the man was saying. Oh, it used to frustrate me as a teenager. Oh, I have to tell you, I used to be so mad, because first of all, I love church. Used to love going to church. That was my thing. I mean, I was there every time the darn doors open. Listen here. Who wants to go to church to hear somebody? No, nobody want to hear that. And ain't nobody even trying to go up to the bishop after the service is over. You get yourself in the bed somewhere. Go somewhere. You in the pulpit with a diaper on. This don't even make no sense. So now, see, y'all need to get y'all years together, because now somebody's saying he 85. I don't think he's 85, because he didn't look 85, especially for a white guy. He didn't look 85 now. Are you sure, Miss Ward 111? I don't know about that. Now, I don't think he's 85. Oh, Lord, let me Google it, because now y'all have made me curious. Let's find out. Now y'all got me looking. Now I got to really go look. Some random advice says 69. I know. How old is the new pope? He's 69 years old, ladies and gentlemen. He's 69. His name is Robert. He is the 267th occupant of the throne of St. Peter. The throne of St. Peter. I went over that with y'all about that St. Peter's mess and all of that apostolic succession and all of that. I explained to y'all the other day about that in the private chat. Yo Christian ain't my Christian. It's not the same stuff, but it's a whole nother stuff to get into. But I appreciate y'all. Well, y'all don't see nobody seems to be hitting the link. So Lynn got her wish tonight. We're gonna be able to get out of here a little bit earlier. I'll drop it one more in case you missed it, and because I didn't pin it up on the screen. He was born in 1955. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's relatively young. Oh Lord, I'm gonna say a prayer right now. Lord, please let this man live for a long time, so we don't have to worry about no more white smoke coming up out of the top of that darn place, Father, please, because just I don't know about nobody else, but I'd be so tired of these popes and these conclaves and all of this mess, because it ain't nothing but a bunch of systems of men, and I just be tired of it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Jesus. I just be tired of it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are suffering from any sort of condition where you are hungry, I just want to remind you that you can go on over there to Jim Baker Ministries, and you can get you a full-fledged bucket of soup. You can get you some Mexican food in a bucket. He has prepared triple packs. If you buy 3, you get 1 free. Triple packs, you get a free bucket. So you will never run out of buckets of food. You can go ahead and get over there and get yourself a bucket of food. You can get a family pack. You can get a mega pack. You can get a Defender dozen. You can go ahead on over there and get this food for yourself. This is emergency food storage kits that you'll be able to get over there, because Jesus is coming soon. And when Jesus comes, you don't want to be caught without having your emergency bucket. That emergency bucket could possibly save your life, save your family's life, and make sure that you guys are able to make it through the rapture. Because if you still able to eat from the buckets, that means you didn't go up in the first situation. So Carol Ann, you in trouble. When Jesus come and you still able to go ahead and grab your bucket, you in trouble. You in trouble and tribulation. You are not in transition. I'm just saying, you in trouble. So you guys want to make sure that you go ahead and get your bucket, and make sure that you go ahead and jump on that. I want to send a shout out tonight to Moni No Love again for being a member for 13 months. Thank you so very much. I also want to give a shout out tonight again to Kevin Moore for putting a color on it for $9.99 and supporting the Mad Church Disease channel. Thank you so very much. I want to give a shout out to Belinda. I want to give a shout out to Charity as well. Thank you guys so very much for supporting the Mad Church Disease channel. I also want to give a shout out tonight to, when I can get over there, because my stuff we're going as fast as it should. Marnisha, I hope I said your name right. Marnisha, you need to come help me if I didn't say that right. You should have hit that link to correct me. But I appreciate every single one of you for supporting the Mad Church Disease channel. Thank y'all so very much. Tonight has been educational. It has been informative. I believe that it has definitely been entertaining. I am going to tell you guys something in the private chat. I'm going to set it up. I got to go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to set up the private live. Meet me in the private chat if you are a member, because I have something of importance that I need to share with you guys. Okay. So meet me in the private chat. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and I will see you. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications, so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button, or somewhere around here, so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.